I don't know. Doesn't like uploading. All right, so finding the area, we have our formula. So finding area, A equals 1/2 diagonal 1. I'm going to say that has a length of 2. And diagonal 2, the one in green, has a length of 4.2. Okay? So you can go ahead and multiply all those things. Bjorn? We can go ahead and multiply all those things. 1/2 times 2 times 4.2 on your calculator. What are you going to get? Who's 4.2? 4.2? Well, that's even part of our question. That's part of the number that's already there. And how are we going to label it? Since it's area, inches squared. We're always trying to figure out how many squared inches, feet, whatever. So that would be letter A. Just for those of you that are a little bit more mathy, okay, you could have said, what is half of 2? Now that doesn't go that way, but what is half of 2? 1, and 1 times 4.2 gives you that 4.2. So you could have done that mentally, but it's fine to use the calculator. All right? Any questions on that first problem? Okay, number 2, a kite. A kite also looks like a diamond. Now, this diamond, everybody pay attention up here. This diamond does not have all sides the same like a rhombus does, but it has 2 sides that are the same and the other 2 sides that are the same length. Okay? Kites and rhombuses. We are still going to use this same formula though. So always start with the formula. Area equals 1/2 the first diagonal times the second diagonal. We are looking for area. So area equals 1/2 diagonal 1. Let's make this going horizontal diagonal 1. What is the length of that diagonal in the black there going horizontal? Is it 10? Jeremiah, head up, please. Come on. Is it just 10? What about that other little piece on the other side? 12. It is 10 plus the 2. Does everybody see that? You have to do some addition here. So the whole diagonal is 12. Okay? And looking at my second diagonal, the one that is vertical going up and down, what is the entire length of that diagonal? It is also 12. All right, so take 1/2 times 12 times 12. What are we going to get? 72. Oh, they don't really give us inches though, do they? So here, I could say units squared, but if you put inches squared, that would be fine. And for those of you that, man, a little mathy again, 1/2 of 12 is 6. 6 times 12 is 72. Maybe you can do that in your head, maybe not. But that's a little bit more of a mental thing. Hey, Suze, can you put your hood down, please? Thank you. All right, any questions about Bell Work 3? Ms. Othidi, are you going to be collecting this bell work? Yes, I am. Next Wednesday, when you guys are taking the test, I will be collecting all of the bell work. Even if you were absent, and I know it's not up there yet, I will have copies and answers to the bell work uploaded on each day that we did it. So make sure you get these copied, okay? All right, let's go now to page 7 of your notes We are talking about area of circles and sectors. Circles and sectors. And I lied to my other class. My class is like, are we done with circles? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, no, we aren't. No, we aren't. Dealing with area of circles and sectors. Okay. So, here we go. Area of circles and sectors. Formula for circumference. This is a blast from the past. Was C equals 2 pi r. Okay. Circumference. He was a knight around the round table, right? Get it? Circumference. Circumference. Sir Galahad, circumference. That's a joke, yes! Maybe it's not a very good one, but... Okay, that was circumference. That was last chapter. Now we're going for the area of a circle. And I want you to write this really big. The area of a circle is pi r squared. Pi r squared. Miss Thede, how am I going to remember which one is area and which one is circumference? Because they both have a 2, they both have a pi, and they both have an r. I mean, come on. How am I going to remember that? Well, I am glad you asked. You're like, I didn't ask. I know. When you find area of any figure, it is always in units of some sort that is squared, right? Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. Guess what the end part of this formula is? It is in radius squared. So when you're finding area, which is in units squared, you're going to use the formula that ends in pi radius squared. Is that like... That's the best I got. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know. So area of a circle, pi r squared. All right, let's do an example. It says Keon is building a circular patio in his backyard. What is the area? And I want you to start boxing and circling what they're asking you for, because these are getting all messed up and mixed up. What is the area of the patio to the nearest square foot? Okay? Always start with your formula first. So since it's area, we're talking about pi r squared. Now, take a look at the picture because they didn't give us any numbers. What is this figure in orange? It is a diameter. Remember, the diameter is the long word that goes from one end of the circle to the other, and it goes through the center. Now, my formula doesn't have diameter. How is diameter related to radius? So if the diameter is 24, how is that related to the radius? Say that again. Say more. Yes, the radius is half, or it takes 2 of the radii or radius to equal the diameter. Okay? So 24 is equal to 2 times r, divide by 2, divide by 2. So radius is 12. So 12 is what I'm going to substitute up here. So be careful and check, are they giving you the diameter? Are they giving you the radius? The radius is the shorter word, and that is this length out to the end. So area is pi times a radius of 12 squared. On your calculators, take them out. I want you to push the pi button, times, and then push, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the correct order. 12 squared. So pi, can I see your calculator real quick? If I'm doing it, I can do it myself. So pi button times, nope, not that. Pi button times 12, and then hit the x squared button, which is just to the left of 7. Jeremiah, come on. And that should give you the 2, and then hit enter. And that gives it to you in pi, right? We don't want something in pi, so what do I hit? The little arrows right above enter, and you should get what? 452.389. Yes. Now, it says to the nearest square feet or foot. So area equals 452.3. The nearest square foot is that 2. I'm looking for whole feet here.
What did you say? 0.4 because round up?
No. It says to the nearest square foot. So I'm looking for a whole number. They're talking about a whole number. So that 2 is in the whole number's place. I see a 3 that's 5 or less. So the area is 452. And it is area. So it is feet squared. Does that make sense? Because they wanted it to the whole number. How did I get the 2 up here? Which 2? 2 times the radii?
Where you wrote diameter at.
This 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so the diameter is 2 times the radius. That is something that we talked about last chapter. Or you take the diameter divided by 2 to get the radius. Yeah, because it is half. All right, how much time do I have? We are going to skip the checks for now. I'm going to upload these later. You can copy them down. You can look at them. You can watch the video. But let's go now to page number 8. Example 2, top of page 8. Use area of a circle to find a missing measure. It says find the diameter. Again, I want you to get in the habit of circling or boxing what they want you to find, because it's not always going to be what you find initially in your problem. And it says it has an area of 196 square yards. Okay? And we're talking about a circle, so we start with the formula. Area equals pi r squared. Okay. They tell me the area. So put this number of 196 pi in place of A for area. Did everybody hear me? So many people are trying to put it to the right. You have to put it in place of A for area. Equals, the rest of it, leave as is. We don't know what that is. Actually, no, can't do that. All right, now we're looking for diameter. I don't even have a diameter here in my problem, do I? But which of those variables or things is related to diameter very closely? The radius, right? So we're going to isolate the radius. Keep the radius by itself. Pi is being multiplied, so I'm going to divide by pi, okay, On the right, pi is going to cancel out. Okay? And pi cancels out over on the left. So I'm left with r squared equals 196. Well, I don't want r squared. I just need to get what a radius is. Okay? So take the square root. Take the square root. R is equal to, should be 14. Okay. Is that my answer? No, we were supposed to find diameter. So if I have the radius, I know diameter is equal to 2 times r, 2 times the radius. So my diameter is 2 times 14, which is equal to 28 yards. So the diameter is 28 yards. Oh, Miss Ceedy, that was a little tricky. It was. It wasn't meant to be overly tricky, but you got to find the radius first, and then you double it by multiplying by 2. Okay? Genesis, are you with me? Okay. Any questions on example 2? All right. We are going to go to the top of the next page. I'm going to skip the next 2 checks. Again, I'm going to upload these notes on here later, but I really want to make sure we get to sectors. Okay? Yeah. What?
Are we only doing class?
Well, class ends the same time as it always does, which is 8 o'clock, essentially. All right, so area of a sector. All right, we are used to finding and using for the length of an arc, which we know is the crust, we used circumference, right? Now we have what we call a sector, okay? A sector looks like a slice of pizza, a whole slice of pizza, and to find that slice of pizza, we are going to use what's called a sector of the circle, okay? So look at the beginning letters. The crust, you're going to use circumference. And to find the slice of the pizza, we're going to use what we call a sector of the circle. Okay? A sector of the circle, as you look at it, it is 2-dimensional. It's like finding how many little squares are in that piece of pizza. So the area of a sector is the number of degrees of your arc, whatever that is, divided by 360, times, instead of circumference, because it's area, we're multiplying by pi r squared. So put a big cloud around that formula. That's going to be a very important formula. So it's the measure of your arc, or the measure of your angle, out of the whole pizza, 360 degrees, times pi r squared, times the area. Okay?
Wait, so what, like, if we write degree over 360?
Well, it's going to be whatever the degree of the arc or angle is. Yes. But whatever that degree is, you put it over 360 because there's 360 degrees in the whole circle pizza, times the area of that pizza. And we'll have to see if they give us the radius or if they give us the diameter. Okay? So let's take a look at example 3. Find the area of the sector. Okay, here's my sector right here in orange. This is my sector. It looks like a large pizza slice, right? So we say area of a sector is the degree. Actually, I'm not going to write out degree. I'm going to put the little degree symbol over 360 times pi r squared. So what is the degree of that sector? It's 150 divided by 360 times pi times my radius. Here's my radius of 2 squared. That is the area of that piece of pizza. It's a slice. A sector looks like a slice of pizza. So everybody grab your calculators. Take 150 divided by 360. Everybody should be practicing this. 150 divided by 360 times pi times 2, and then hit the x squared button, which is to the left of 7. And that should give you 2 squared, and then hit enter. If it gives it to you in pi, hit the arrows above. And what are you getting for an answer? What are we getting? Anybody? Yes, you should have gotten 5.23 something. And we've been doing it to the nearest 10th place. The 2 is in the 10th place. So my area is 5.2. My unit is yards squared. Now, is anybody having trouble getting that 5.23? It's a little tricky on the calculator. If you are, please raise your hand so I can help you. No? Okay. I want to do one more problem. We're going to get a second chance to do this one, okay? So, letter B has to do with this bottom circle. We want to find the area of the sector. So this pizza slice, area of a sector is the degree of your angle over 360. And since we're finding area, it's multiplied by the area of the whole pizza. So 45 degrees is 45 all over 360 times pi times radius. What's my radius here? 6, yes. So times 6 squared. All right, so you need to put all of that in the calculator very carefully. So 45 divided by 360 times your pi button times 6, then hit the x squared button, which is just to the left of the 7 button. Hit enter, and if it gives it to you in pi, hit the 2 little arrows above to take it to the decimal. Who's got an answer? Somebody other than Starla. She did the last one. That is correct. 14.13. If I'm taking it to the 10th place, look next door, that's less than 5. So the area of this sector is 14.1 yards squared. Any questions on that one? All right. I am going to stop with notes there for today. Does anybody have 6.1 ready to turn in? That was the first homework assignment. You were supposed to do the front and the back. No? Okay. Let's go to the homework. And let's help you get started. So tonight, yes, there is homework because our test is Wednesday. Homework number 6.3. That should be the second to last homework. And of course, I don't have it, so I got to upload it really quickly. Shared drives, math department, integrated 2, semester 2. Module 6, homework 6.3, import. Isn't that funny when you think about it? Why do we measure area of a circle in square units? We measure area of anything in square units. And the dinosaur's even green. How about that? Okay. Start. Come on.
Is it homework 863?
Yes, 6.3. All right. Let's see here. What looks like a good one to do? Now there are several problems here. And there's not a lot of space. All right, let's do. Does anybody see one they want me to do? Let's do number 4, because that's a 2-part problem. Is that okay with you guys? Number 4 of homework 6.3 says Maricela, I can read. Maricela is making a tablecloth for a circular table that has a diameter of 8 feet. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Find the area of the tabletop. Okay, it says it is a circular table. Find the area. So what am I finding the area of? What shape? A circle. Area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi times radius squared. Do I have a radius given in the problem? No. I have a diameter. How is diameter related to a radius?
Radius.
Right. So if I have a diameter of 8, I need to divide by 2, or say it takes 2 times a radius of 4 to give me that diameter of 8. So my radius is 4. So area equals pi times my radius 4 squared. So on your calculators, take pi times 4 squared. And tell me what you get. 50.265. It says round to the nearest tenth. The 2 is in the tenths place. So my answer is going to be 50.3. What units is it in? Feet squared. That is the answer for A. Then it says, if a square yard of fabric costs, and I've covered that up, what is it? $13.99. What is the minimum Maricela will need to spend to make the tablecloth? Well, again, I don't know if you've ever bought fabric. Square yard costs 13. What is the minimum? They don't usually give you like square feet. So I would say round this up to 51. Round up. Okay. And take $13.99 times 51 and tell me what you get.
3.64.
Whoa. 3.64? $13.99 times 51. I was gonna say, I think it should be bigger than that. So, what are we getting?
713.49.
A little bit louder?
713.49.
$713.49. Is that right? Man, that seems really big too. 10 times 51 would be, yeah, I think you're right. 10 times 51 would be $510. Am I missing something? That just seems, I can't imagine someone spending $713 on a tablecloth. It's not a table, it's a tablecloth. That is made of gold or something.
It must be a rich tablecloth.
Something. All right. I'm going to double check here. They gave us diameter. We took half of that. 4 squared. 16 times pi would be like, 16 times 3 would be 48. So 50 makes sense. It was 50.3.
Wait, how did you solve that problem, B? You said it's $13.99 times what?
Times 51.
Why 51?
Because the area of the tablecloth was 51 feet squared. It is a large tablecloth though, because it's 8 feet in diameter, so that's pretty big.
So she has a pretty big table.
Yes, she does. An 8-foot round table, that's a pretty big table.
Miss Didi,
Yeah,
I mean, I thought you thought the cheap one. She might be getting one of those ones that she wants for a long time.
yeah, something. All right, so your homework over the weekend is to do the front side here of 6.3. 6.3. Please also get 6.1 done. Okay? And technically, we did talk about sectors, so you probably could start on some of the back if you wanted to. Okay? All right. So I did record this.